Hey guys, Poker Ryno here, and I've tried my hardest to be transparent with y'all. I've learned two things today. One, how to properly conduct a fucking interview without swarming or swamping said camera. Case in point, look. You'll see what I'm talking about later in the interview. But the second thing I've learned is that JTO, Jackpot Theory Optimal, something that's near and dear to Amber's heart, and she'll talk about it quite a bit in this interview, is up and running. It's ready to be downloaded, and it is a fantastic poker training module that will allow you to grow your game, get better, and help you do the ICM chops that you know you're going to end up doing. So please, through the power of editing, guys, scan this QR code and use the code AmberSullJTO. That is AmberSullJTO. Download, get the discount, and grow your game. You know, honestly, guys, I can't think of anything more badass. Maybe just this. Croissant light!
Good evening. It's now time to talk nitty to me with Poker Ryno. Yes.
Today's episode is sponsored by PB & Jam Apparel. Go all in on fashion, comfort, and style.
Hey everybody, this is Poker Ryno. Today's guest proves that you don't need to start in high-stakes cash games or travel around the world your entire career to become one of poker's best stories. She went from pub poker in the UK to winning the Venetian Ladies event and cashing all over Vegas. She believes that poker can change lives, build communities, and she's living proof of it. Please, my distinct honor to say, welcome Amber Sullivan.
Thank you. Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm great.
Love it. Love it. You know what, Amber? Everybody knows about your awesome run good in the summer, but let's talk a little before that. Let's start before poker. Tell me about young Amber.
Young Amber was obsessed with horses. I used to show jump, and every single weekend I would go up and down the country show jumping the horses. It was me.
I love that. Okay, so young Amber liked horses. Does that mean that young Amber would go on to grow up and play games like Horse or Torse?
I haven't actually played any of them yet. No.
They make me cry. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love Omaha. What is the one that I have trouble with? Is oh my god, I can't even remember what it's called right now. I'll never remember. Wow, that sucks. Hey guys, this is Poker Ryno in the editing room. Just letting you know, I was searching for the Big O. I hate Big O. Anyway, so tell me this. How does Amber go from riding horses to playing poker?
So in 2017, 24-year-old me got offered a pub, much to my parents' disgust. Obviously, pubs don't have a record of making a lot of money, and there's a lot closing down in England and not doing so well. And I said, I'm going to take over this pub. I've been offered this pub. And they were like, are you sure that's a good idea? And then I told them which pub it was, which was an already closed down one, which was even worse idea. But long story short, it turned out absolutely great. It's gone from strength to strength. It's now one of the busiest pubs in my hometown, and yeah, it's a success. So I'd been in the pub maybe 4 years, and I was at one of the brewery Christmas roadshows, and my area manager had asked if I would go to the Red 2 stand, which is like a pub poker tour in England, and asked if I'd put it into the pub on like a quiet Tuesday, Wednesday evening to bring customers in. And I said, poker? Poker? What, like what old men play in basements? Poker? I said, we don't want that in the pub. I said, we don't really gamble. We have like £10 on the Grand National. Like we don't gamble. So he said, no, look, the brewery are going to pay for the first season. Red 2 are going to give you all the free equipment. Like it's really good. You can do within the licensing laws and blah, blah, blah. So reluctantly, I agreed for it to go in the pub, and a group of lads that I'd never met before came and ran it. And they said on week 3 or something, they said, do you want to come and learn the game? And if we're ever on holiday, at least you can run it while we're not here. And I played for a couple of weeks, and I think 1 week I won 15 quid, and the rest was history. I wanted to play every single week. Once I knew I could get one over on the boys and I could bluff them off pots, that was it. I was hooked. I wanted to play.
So from bluffing to hooking, let me ask you this. At what point did you realize, like, hey, I might actually be really good at this?
So we went to a couple of Red Tooth regionals in the casinos, and that was a real eye-opener because I had never been in a casino. I'd never seen all the flashy lights. I'd never experienced that kind of world. And there was a couple of hundred people come together to play poker, and the winner goes home with a free trip to Las Vegas to play in the Red Tooth final. And to me, that was just absolutely amazing that you could play in the pub, collect points, and then go and win a free trip to Vegas. That was just absolutely incredible. So once I'd been to the casino a few times to play my regionals in my finals, I started going once or twice just for little trips for really, really small games or really small cash games. And there was nothing too exciting. And then I joined the Katie Swift ladies group, which is she's the Grosvenor sponsored pro over here. She has like a Facebook page and a WhatsApp page with ladies, and it's just for networking and learning about what games there are and improving your poker and stuff. And I met loads of lovely ladies in these groups, and I started travelling to play some of the games. And in 2024, the back end of 2024, I went to play a game in London, a ladies' game, and I ended up winning it. And I got my first trophy. And, well, my first trophy that wasn't the Red Tooth pub poker trophy. So this was my first casino trophy, and it was, what was it? The London Championships. And it was fantastic. My first trophy was about this big. It was gigantic. So it's a little bit too big for the shelf, but I was absolutely chuffed. And London is literally about 6 or 7 hours drive for me. So I drove down on the Saturday morning. I played all day Saturday. Sorry, no, it was a Sunday. I drove down on the Sunday morning, played all day on the Sunday, and I drove home through the night and went to work on Monday. And I was that buzzing that I'd won a trophy. There was no way I was going to fall asleep on that drive home. I was just like, wow. And I stayed awake at work the whole day just saying, I'd won this trophy, I'd won this trophy. A little did I know that would like ignite a little fire, and that was it. I'm a trophy hunter now. But it wasn't until Goliath. I'm actually at the Goliath right now. I'm in an Airbnb playing at the Goliath down the road.
Nice.
But it was last year at the Goliath 2025. I won the ladies, the Katie Swift hosts, and it was like a rocket into everything you want from poker. And that was it. I was just like, right, I want to get better. I want to play properly. Like, I used to just play any hands because it was really fun to play. And now I'm like, no, I want to last longer. I want to win. I want to make the final table. Like, it's proper ignited a fire. And since the Goliath last year, I have been on a little heater. And I'll touch some wood so that I don't jinx it. But yeah, it's I can't complain at all.
So I love that you're a fellow trophy hunter because, like, there's just something about that moment when you're sitting there, heads up, the trophy's sitting right there, and you're just like, oh, I know I'm going to get you. I know I'm going to get you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, speaking of your pub, you kind of brought that up. Uh, I love your Facebook post where you said pub poker is where it all began. Why are pub leagues so important?
So you wouldn't believe the amount of people. So for me, if I hadn't have got poker in the pub, I still to this day would not have a clue what poker is, and I would still think it's something that old men play in basements with cigars in their mouth, and it's just on olden day movies. And I would know what a royal flush is, but I wouldn't know what cards they were. I wouldn't have a clue what it was, and I would probably still have never been inside a casino. But yeah, since playing poker, I can't tell you, like, I have made hundreds and hundreds of friends. And if I stopped playing poker tomorrow, I know that these friends would still be my friends for the rest of my life. Like, they are die-hard friends now. Really supportive community. Like, just, I can't even put into words the vibe that, like, the poker community gives you. But to go to your local pub and to learn to play, and to get the opportunity to go and play in some bigger games it's just next level. You don't get it in any other. You can go to the pub and play darts, you can go to the pub and play dominoes, go and play snooker and pool, but poker, I mean, we play team events now with the Royal Sharks and with LPPL, and it's a different dynamic to playing poker when you play in a team. It's just, yeah, there's no better feeling. But I've brought lots of new friends down to play at the pub who have said that they've got anxiety about coming to play, they're scared to come and learn, they don't want to look silly in front of people, they don't want to step into the pub, and they come for 2-3 weeks and they say, wow, I couldn't imagine not coming now.
I
That's how
love
great it is.
that.
Yeah.
So I have heard rumors through the grapevine that you may be an ambassador for GTO. And I would
JTO,
JTO, excuse me, JTO.
yeah, Jackpot Fury
And you know what's
Optimal.
funny? I have it written right here. The J is right there. And for some reason I said G. So I'm sorry. I think I'm thinking GT, like the normal one. But
Yeah.
JTO. So tell me all about JTO.
So JTO, I could actually talk to you about it here for about 5 hours because do you know when you just know you have something so good right in front of you and you're really passionate about it?
Mm-hmm.
So a couple of lads from Newcastle, which is about 3 hours away from where I am, but some fantastic poker players, put together this app, Jackpot Theory Optimal. Now, it's based on the game of 8 big blinds, 10 big blinds, all in or fold. Like the GG game, all in or fold. So there isn't actually a solver out there for the all in or fold game. So they created this, and they got a handful of people. So some poker professionals, some poker newbies, some pub players like me, like people like that, from all different backgrounds to basically trial this app and tell them if it was good, if it was crap, if it was logos and graphics were rubbish, if what they liked, what they wanted added, stuff like that. So for about for about a month and a half, myself and a group of other people have been trialing this app. Now, I would never put my name to something that I didn't really think was absolutely incredible. And I can tell you, I wouldn't have put my name to this at the start. It was very basic. It didn't have a lot going on. But the guys who built this app, they are wizards. They have turned it into something phenomenal. Just as a quick rundown, there's a 15-hand daily challenge for everybody to do the same 15 hands. There's a tip of the day for everybody to read. There's a 60-second time challenge, and everybody on the app will do the same time challenge, and your score will go in your leagues, and you can be in as many different leagues as you want. Winners of those leagues will get prizes. The JTO guys are going to give out tickets to certain games and stuff like that, online coupons and stuff. There's duels, there's head-to-head duels for other players, there's guess the range charts, there's range charts for every single position with every single hand. Like, it's fantastic. In terms of studying, There's the trainer, the solver. There's even a leaks section for your. It's a heat map for your leaks, so you can collect data from thousands and thousands of hands. It'll all go on your map, tell you where your leaks are. You've got your hand lookup. You've got your analysis. You can download your history and put your analysis onto the app, and it'll create a heat map for that as well. In terms of tracking, it's got the leaderboards, it's got the bankroll tracker, it links to your Hendon mob, links to the poker calendar, so you can pick which games you want to go and play. It'll load the games onto your own phone calendar. If you want to sell action for those games, you can pick from the calendar what you want to sell, what markup you want to sell it at, and you can advertise it on there. And then obviously it's linked to your Hendon mob, so anyone can come along and say, oh, Amber's selling action for X, Y, or Z. Here's her history, blah, blah. And they can all do it all through the app. And then there's other tools like an ICM calculator, an equity calculator, randomizer, coin flipper. Like, it is just, you can tell that there's been a lot of people have a lot of input into this app. And it's created something so special. I have got about 25 poker apps on my phone, and now I've got this one. I feel like I could delete 20 of them because this does everything in one. It's fantastic. But yeah, it really is. So anyway, after my great run in Vegas, the guys, obviously I've put a lot of time into the app myself and a lot of feedback. The guys have asked if I would come on board and be an ambassador. So I'm absolutely over the moon to announce that, I'm an ambassador now with JTO.
You know, they're giving away stuff, and I love that because, you know, I get stressed out and I get super anxious when I'm like, oh God, I got to pay my bills, but then I have all these apps that I have too. And, you know, speaking of anxiety, you mentioned poker's helped you with your anxiety and ADHD. How has the game changed your life beyond the felt?
So obviously, I mean, I'm 34 years old now, and I only last year got a diagnosis of ADHD. I have had the pub for 9 years, ran my own business, and I'm a bit like an octopus. I'm doing all these things at once, got all these arms going, and it's organised chaos in my head, basically. And I've went to work in a full-time job and realised that my brain doesn't really conform to structure that well. And when I really struggled, I went to the doctors. They went through this ADHD diagnosis, and yeah, it knocked me a bit. I won't lie. Being told at 34 years old, when you believe that you are really professional business lady, you've got all this success in life, and then you're told actually your brain's a bit disabled, you've got like neurological issues there, and your ADHD might need to be medicated and blah blah. I have really struggled to take that on board, and it's made my anxiety go through the roof. And anxiety is quite a powerful thing. It does silly things to the body, silly things to the mind. So it's taken the best part of this whole year to try and deal with those things. But honestly, poker is such a release for me. When I have all the stresses of life, I just go and sit at a poker table, and my brain goes from thinking about 700 million things to just thinking about that game. And it's like turning an off switch, and it's nice. It's a nice release from everything. So if I didn't have poker when I got this ADHD diagnosis, I don't know how I would cope, really. Poker has been my coping mechanism.
And that's the one thing I love about poker is because I remember, because I'm a couple years older than you, I'm 40. And I remember just being so young and like it was so taboo to be that. Like you were almost looked down upon, whereas now it's like commonplace now. Like, you know, now they're finally starting to get comfortable enough labeling this and that with these titles, and people are taking it, and they're not, you know, like for example, you being brave enough to talk about your ADHD, like years ago, we wouldn't have even been able to do that. And
No.
You said it with just the most calm and confident voice, and I love that that's where it's going, and I love that the poker community is so welcoming to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, we got a little bit serious there, but let's have a little bit of fun, and let's talk about the summer you absolutely caught fire.
Yeah.
So this was your first Vegas trip, and then boom, just everything happened. Did Vegas feel real, or were you just like waiting to wake up? Like, tell me how that was feeling as it was going.
I've been home a couple of weeks now, and Vegas still doesn't feel real. Like, nothing about Vegas has sunk in. I feel like I made it all up in my head. I am going to wake up soon. And yeah, it's just to try and explain Vegas to someone who hasn't been before is nearly impossible, because it is just, it's like an aura and atmosphere when you get there. It's just in such an incredible place. It's like nowhere else on the planet has a vibe like that. When they say, Vegas never sleeps, they're dead right. Vegas never sleeps.
Yeah.
When they say Vegas will chew you up and spit you out or make you or break you and all this, like, I learned the context of that. Like, Vegas was. So when I went, I saved up loads of money and I said, I'm going to do as much as I can this time round in Vegas, because you know what? It might be a one trip time. I might never get there again. I want to try and visit all the casinos so I can save a billion percent. I want to go to everything in case I don't get there again. And I'd been there about 3 days, and I said, I will come here every single year for the rest of my life. This is like nothing I've ever experienced before. It's amazing.
And that's what I tell people is there's something so magical about being in Paris and going to that area where the street signs are inside of the casino, and just this year they unveiled the new shop, the souvenir shop, which was super cool. But then even like as I was watching you, like following your how you were doing, um I love that you went to like the Venetian, you went to like all these other places. It was super cool, like just to sit here and like almost live through you. You were so excited. You were having so
Yeah.
much fun.
One I did, we went to South Point, and when you walk like down and out of South Point, you get to like a equestrian center, and I was like, oh,
Uh-huh.
awesome! I'm gonna watch this, and they were like rodeo riders. I think they were like herding cows and stuff, and I was like, this is amazing. Like, this is proper American.
I love that. And that's the thing that people don't know too is like there's so many cool like opportunities to just get discounted or free shit. You just gotta go and you gotta go. Like I remember reaching out to you and being like, Amber, you have to go to oh my god, what's the name of the place? Palace Station. It's like you gotta go to Palace Station at midnight because they got chicken fried steak for like $3. Tell me this: when you first walked into the WSOP area, like you're there, you're breathing it all in, like you're there. What goes through your head?
My head fell off. When I got in there and I seen all the tables, I seen the WSOP letters. Well, initially I was just overcome by how cold I was with the aircon, but once you get past that, I was just taken aback. One of those moments where you just think, "Wow, I am actually at the WSOP in Vegas." Like, that is just like chokes up your throat. Just like, wow, that's like. You just don't. I just didn't think that would happen. Not for me, for many years anyway, and for it to already have happened, like, it's just mega, absolute mega. And then I was brought back down to reality when I walked past Brad Owen in the hallway, and I was like, and I was too scared to ask for a photo, but I was like, oh my god. And then I was watching Cabral win his bracelet, and I just thought, this is absolutely unreal. Like, this is real life. This is amazing.
Brad Owens is literally one of my favorite people because obviously I live in Texas, and he's part owner of the lodge, and one of my favorite moments is I'm sitting there waiting to get chips because I was going to go play cash, and little do I know that Brad Owens is standing right behind me, and I'm like, I wish Doug Polk or Brad Owens would fucking show up. I'm fucking, and he goes, go on, go on, and I'm like, oh shit. And he's like one of the nicest guys in the world. Like he absolutely would have taken a picture with you.
Yeah. I always watch his YouTube videos. He's brilliant.
Perfect reason to come back next year because I guarantee you'll see him again, and I guarantee you this time you'll get that picture. You bring up you bring up Brad Owens, so that's a fantastic transition to this next question. When you were online, you kept talking about all the names that you oh folks.
Sorry, people are trying to keep ringing me. They're asking when
It's
I'm going to
okay.
play the Joker's Wild tonight, so they're asking when I'm going to put my fancy dress on and go down there.
Oh, she's getting scandalous, folks. No, that just shows you guys how in demand this woman is. So we'll try and hurry these questions up. You mentioned running into Brad Owens, and you mentioned running into like a bunch of big names. Besides Brad Owens, did you have any fangirl moments? Like you were just like, oh my god, like you're here.
Yeah, when I watched Cabral's final table, and he was obviously doing his show and tell with the crowd for a good 25 minutes afterwards, getting photos from every angle, getting his words in, vamos, getting everybody to do it. He really, really, really entertained the crowd, but I managed to get in the background of a load of photos and get my face out there on the internet. So that was like, and then everybody at home's going, oh my God, is this you? Is this you? And I'm like, yeah, like that for me was epic.
I know you came up a little bit short when you were playing the main, but what did you learn from playing the main event?
Just to have fun. If I could, once I was out, if I could have done it all over again, I would have told myself, do you know what? Just go and have fun. Because I think I was trying to take it so seriously, and I just kept saying like, oh my God, I'm playing the main event. Oh my God, I'm playing the main event. And if I'd have just tried it like it was my local pub game and just played it, who knows, it might have been a different result. But in terms of the experience I had, like, I'm just so grateful. Like, I am honestly just honoured and grateful to be in the position that I am. And yeah, I will definitely play it again. Definitely play it again. I was on a table with Shannon Shaw, who I didn't know.
I saw that.
But everybody was saying, oh, it's Shannon Shaw, it's Shannon Shaw. I said, who's Shannon Shaw? 17 million in earnings on Hendon Mob. I was like, gold.
Oh, that's it? Pshaw. Pshaw. And then just really quick, like Caitlin Kometsky, she was killing it. And she made it all the way to day 6. Like, what are you're back home. You've got about a year, give or take, a little bit less than, but about a year to get yourself ready for next year. What are you going to do differently that's going to make Amber Sullivan final table, heads up, bracelet on the table, main event? Because I'm telling you, and I have played against a ton of the LIPS women, the ladies in poker. I've played against a ton of y'all, like whether they were in their 20s to their 40s to their 50s to their 60s. You ladies are fucking vicious. Like, fuck. I'm over there trying to like play like chill, and they're just sitting there like, no, fuck you, boom, all in. I'm like, oh shit. And you got me. The flop's like 2 ace 4. And I'm sitting there with ace king, and I'm like, fuck, what do you have? And I start thinking she might have the straight. Hey guys, unfortunately, throughout the remainder of this interview, Amber and I face some lagging problems. With her being across the pond and me being here in Texas, our internets just didn't like each other. I tried really hard in the editing booth to make it as smooth as possible, but there may still be some bumps in the road, so thank you so much for bearing with us. Also, thank you for listening to this podcast. And if you see so fit, give it a like, share, and subscribe. Cheap plug.
We're getting those cereal pots, you know, like the Frosties and the Honey Cheerios, and I was eating them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a bit of a weirdo with food, to be honest. Like, rather than going out for a big meal, I just want to snack it.
I can't say anything because like whenever I go to Vegas, I always go and I buy a crap ton of potato chips and I buy a crap ton of bread and I buy peanut butter and jelly and because I can eat peanut butter and jelly and potato chips 5 times a day. And peanut butter and jelly is just my go-to meal.
Brilliant.
So I feel you, and it's just one of those. It's one of those like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go eat an egg slut, or I'm gonna go eat an egghead, or I'm gonna go eat at this restaurant or this restaurant, and then I get there and I'm like, I just can't justify spending the money.
Yeah.
Let's see. I saw you went to the Wizard of Oz experience at the Sphere. Was it worth the hype?
So I actually really enjoyed it, but I went with Frankie and Katie, my 2 friends, and I think I just had really good company because had the giggles all the way through, and the snow coming down, apples coming down, leaves were blowing at our face. Like, we were laughing our heads off. And I thought it was going to be a show, as in like actors on stage performing. And when I went in and they said, no, it's just the film. And I said, we're paying to go and watch the film, like the old film. And they said, yeah, but there's going to be props and stuff falling out the sky and stuff. And I did think to myself, oh, this is going to be pretty rubbish. I can tell it's going to be rubbish. But I had a really good time. I enjoyed it.
So okay, so it's not like a new experience. It's the same movie, but I take that back. It is a new experience. It's not a Hey guys, unfortunately moving forward, we're going to be facing quite a bit of lagging problem due to the fact that Amber's over in the UK and I'm in Texas during the recording of this interview. I tried my hardest to edit it as smoothly as possible, but there may be a couple of bumps here and there. So please bear with us. And thank you so much for listening. Different movie. It's the original movie in like 4 or 5D.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the $1 million question. Did you gamble outside of poker?
I think I put a little bit of money in a machine now and again, but not very much. I didn't visit any table games. I want to learn how to play blackjack. If I'm ever with someone who knows how to play blackjack, then I'll sit at the table and they kind of tell me yes, no, yes, no.
I have to give you one grievance. And I've been dying to call you out straight up right now for this. I saw that you posted about your love of Britney Spears.
I love Britney Spears.
Listen, I'm Team Kelly Clarkson through and through. Like the next time I go to Vegas, I will be going to Caesar. I don't give a shit. I'm a straight male, and I will be going to Caesar's and I'll be watching Kelly Clarkson in concert. But I have one thing for you right now. As a fan of Kelly Clarkson, sell me on Britney.
Britney is the original pop princess turned queen of pop. She is the OG. She's just
Over
the
Madonna?
queen of the queens. No, Britney's top of the pyramid. There's no one better than Britney. I grew up. I'm a '90s baby. I grew up Britney.
Kelly Clarkson trumps her. She's so much better.
Kelly Clarkson's
Actually,
cool, but Britney's cooler.
do you want? You know what? I have never admitted this in the poker world. I have never admitted this, but I will be because of you, I will admit this right now. So I went to a Catholic school from pre-K to middle school, like pre-K to 8th grade. We had 5 guys, 14 girls in our class. So we never got control of the radio. My first CD that I ever bought was Baby One More Time by Britney Spears.
Tune. Brilliant
I
choice.
thought you'd get a kick out of that. So now I hear rumors that you're hosting the Malta Poker Festival. Like, how excited are you? Like,
So that was I hosted it in April this year just gone. And that was a fantastic experience. That was Yvonne runs a fantastic game out there for the Malta Poker Festival. She has the spring edition, and then it's on again in October, I think it is. But yeah, it runs twice a year, every year, and I'll say to everyone, if you can get there, go and play, because it's a fantastic festival to go and play. But yeah, I hosted that in the April just gone, and it was again, I'm just so humbly grateful for every experience that's thrown at me at the minute. Like, I cannot. Nothing feels real, but yeah, it's just great.
you've spoken so highly of Royal Shark Poker. What
Yeah.
what makes it so special?
So Royal Sharks is a pub league game. It's pretty new on the scene. They're going to take over. They have got passion for the game, and I mean, like, they really care about their players having fun, having a good experience, collecting online trophies, collecting live trophies, team events, playing together. Like, it's special. And then the prizes you win, Goliath seats and sponsorship packages and stuff like that. So I'm getting a little bit of sponsorship through them at the minute, and the experience is absolutely fantastic. And the fact that people can come to their local pub and play and get a sponsorship package to go and play across the 888 tours, the Pike Poker tours, the Grosvenor tours that are all up and down England. Like, it's just absolutely phenomenal what Royal Sharks are doing for pub poker. It's fantastic.
Love that. I love that. And then I have to ask, the Whittington, whether you're the boss, manager, or just a favorite regular, if I walked in tonight, what are you recommending me to eat?
So Jackie, our chef at the Whittington Cat, she does the best homemade pies. When she puts a post on saying, I've got homemade pies, they are sold out like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Cheese, yeah.
What is Amber's perfect meal and perfect pint? Like, what is your combo?
So this is really basic. I like margarita pizza. Plain Jane. Margarita pizza and a glass of rosé wine.
I don't see a problem with that at all.
That's a perfect night in to me.
Okay, we're going to jump into the lightning round.
Okay.
Pocket aces or 7-4 offsuit?
Pocket aces.
Ugh, disgusting. Tournament or cash?
Tournament now. I used to prefer cash, but I like tournament now.
I feel like I'm the same way. Like, I feel like I started as a cash guy and then just, I don't know. Once you learn to really get patience, that's when tournaments are more fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with playing at a pub or playing at a casino.
Oh, now that's hard. I think I will always have a soft spot for playing in the pub because it's where I'm from, and don't forget your roots and all that. But yeah, there's something about a casino game and the trophies and the money and the people you play with. Yeah, yeah.
Vegas or Malta?
Ooh. Ooh. Malta.
Valid. Okay, this is going to be the toughest question you get. Brittany or Kelly?
Brittany.
How fucking dare you? How fucking dare you? What's your favorite poker hand?
Oh, it's top secret, but it's ace tennis of hearts or 9-10 of hearts. I quite like 9-10 of hearts.
I love that you prefaced it with, that's top secret, but let me tell you, like, that genuinely made my day. Okay. It was your first time in Vegas this year. Outside of gambling, what is the one thing everybody should do?
I didn't do a lot outside of I visited the Sphere for Wizard of Oz. I went and watched the horses at the Equestrian Centre. I walked up Fremont Street, that was good. But you know, I had so much on my to-do list and I didn't get any of it done. So now I have to come every year for the rest of my life so I can just tick stuff off my to-do.
Yeah, that's what I tell people all the time is like, you're going to have 18,000 things you want to do, but then you look at all the tournaments and you're just like, ah.
Yeah.
Okay, who's your favorite poker player?
Brad Owen. I watch him the most.
I love that. No, I love that. If you could have dinner with one poker player, who would it be and why?
Daniel Negreanu, just to try and rub off some of his talent.
What's one poker myth you wish people would stop believing?
That poker is luck and that everybody has their turn at winning, because everybody does not have their turn at winning. And the same pros win time after time after time. So people who don't play poker are like, that card game, that's just a game of luck, isn't it? It's just gambling. I'm like, nope, it's mathematical skill, my friend.
And then one last one. Describe your 2026.
Unreal. Not real. Unreal. It's just heads fell off.
I love that. I love that you're just like, yep, this is it. We're chill. Unreal. Before we wrap up, I just wanted to tell you something that I noticed while I was prepping. Whether it was you winning, whether it was you playing the main event, whether it was you hosting the Malta, traveling for poker, you literally spent every moment thanking everybody. Like, you never once made it about yourself. You constantly kept thanking everybody and giving everybody their just desserts. And to me, that says a lot about you. It's literally why I wanted to interview you. It's literally why I consider you a friend. It's literally why you have all of my respect, is the fact that no matter what was happening, you were constantly making sure that no matter what fantastic thing you did, you were thanking everybody else. So, my final question to you is this. When everything's said and done, when you're done with poker, in whatever means that is, how do you want to be remembered?
Fun. I want everyone to be like, she was so fun at the table. We were playing the ladies' comp yesterday and we all just burst out in song when there was a really good playlist on and we were all singing and everyone was laughing and joking. And I was like, this is my type of poker. This is fun. When it gets all serious and everyone's got their headphones in and nobody's talking and everybody's like staring down the other player, I don't think that's fun poker. I mean, that's very professional poker, and eventually I want to play that level of poker seriously, but I just like fun poker. love fun poker.
Well, Miss Amber, thank you so much for your time. I know we kept you a little bit longer than 30 minutes, but it was an absolute blast getting to know you. It was an absolute blast getting to share your story with my viewers. Um, if you want to, and I'd love you to do it, look straight into that camera
Maybe.
and let them know where they can find you.
Social media, Amber Sullivan. Amber Megan Shannon Sullivan on Facebook. Amber Sul JTO on YouTube. I might start making some YouTube videos.
There you
Amber Sul
go.
on Instagram, yeah. Get the JTO app when it comes out. Get to your local pub and learn to play poker, yeah. Honestly, you'll see me around.
Well, I get the gut feeling that you're going to be a bigger name next year, and people aren't even ready for that yet. To all of you listening, this is Poker Ryno. This is Talk Nitty To Me. And just remember, guys, run well, live better, be the nuts. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.